What up, everybody? You're watching the Los Angeles Lakers Report by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. In today's video, we're going to touch on the latest D'Angelo Russell rumors because the Lakers just extended the scoring point guard. Now there's reports coming out that maybe they did that to end up trading him in the upcoming season. Also, the Lakers have one roster spot left available. We'll talk about some players they could look to sign in NBA free agency to fill out the Lakers roster. The Lakers, I never really thought that they were married to D'Angelo Russell, and I honestly think the signing of Gabe Vincent somewhat pointed to that. But with the lack of ability to make a sign-and trade work and not wanting to let him walk for nothing after you just gave up some assets for him at the NBA trade deadline, is the best move for the Lakers to bring back Russell, and then when the mid-December deadline of being able to trade free agents opens, could Russell be a part of a bigger trade package? This is what The Athletic said. They said, as other teams filled their point guard voids, including the Lakers with former Heat guard Gabe Vincent and the Raptors with Russell's former teammate Dennis Schroeder, a short-term return to LA became the only logical option. This is a temporary marriage of convenience for both parties. The Lakers can move D'Angelo Russell during the 2023-2024 season, and Russell gained the ability to opt out and sign elsewhere next summer. Russell has the right to veto any trade, but as Nate Duncan of the Dunked On Basketball NBA podcast noted on Twitter, the new CBA allows the team and player to negotiate the ability to waive that right as part of contract discussions. The Lakers are up to something. They knew that they did not want D'Angelo Russell to be the starting point guard of this team for the foreseeable future. That's why they brought him back on a 2-year deal with a player option for that second season. It almost seemed like it was giving a dog a bone almost to Russell, giving him that player option instead of that team option in year 2. The Lakers brought him back. Russell is a Laker once again for now to keep their assets and really maintain an asset in D'Angelo Russell. And if they can find a trade for him next year, I think they should do it. I think they have to pull the trigger and make a move and try to upgrade that point guard spot. I like bringing in Gabe Vincent. You got a little bit of yin and yang between him and D'Angelo Russell, where Vincent is a scrappy guy that can knock down shots but really gives you a lot of effort on the defensive end, where Russell is an offensive playmaker that doesn't like to partake in defensive intensity. When you look at the playoff stats, that's what's frustrating for D'Angelo Russell. Shot less than 43% from the field, 31% from downtown, and only gave you 13.3 points per night. There was talks in that Denver Nuggets series that they were going to bench D'Angelo Russell. Might have helped them out in the long term. I just don't think Russell is a winning player in the NBA. He's a great talent. He can score. He can do it all on offense, but it just seems like in the playoffs, he never really lives up to his regular season bill, and I feel like he takes a step back, and he just hasn't had those winning qualities that I want in a point guard running my team. So what do you think? Will D'Angelo Russell play out his whole contract with the Los Angeles Lakers, or did they just sign him to end up trading him 5 months from now? What do you think? Type Y for yes, type N for no. And while you're down in the comment section, go ahead and tap that big red button and subscribe to the Los Angeles Lakers Report, the #1 Lakers family on YouTube. We're up to 51,351 subscribers, 52K. You're up next. Help us get there. Sub for Lakers Dubs. The Lakers have 13 guaranteed contracts and are expected to carry 14 into the season, which means they have one more roster spot available that they could have someone join the team and sign an NBA free agency. Who could it be? Let's talk about some options. Mo Bamba, the former Laker, the big man that can stretch the floor and protect the rim, was traded for the Lakers at the NBA trade deadline. But the injuries really held him out of his career with the Lakers. I mean, he only played in 9 games, just 3.7 points per game, just under 5 rebounds, did what he did. But I'm not going to judge a 9-game sample size from Bamba. It's not the athletic ability. It's not the type of player he is. It just seems like the NBA injury bug continues to fall around Bamba wherever he goes. He is a free agent. His contract was not guaranteed by the Lakers. Maybe they bring him back on a veteran minimum deal. What about bringing back a guy that I honestly thought played pretty good against Nikola Jokic in that Western Conference Finals? Good old TT, Tristan Thompson. good old buddies with LeBron James. I really thought he looked all right in that playoff series against Jokic. He at least battled. He gave you technique. He showed off defensive IQ. And if LeBron James wants Tristan Thompson to be a Laker, Tristan Thompson is going to be a Laker. What about bringing back a former Laker, a former King, a former Warrior, a former Pelican, and a former Puerto Rican superstar? What about DeMarcus Cousins? Could we get a little boogie time in LA at the Crip? Sure. I mean, DeMarcus Cousins is not that guy anymore. I know he's a name. I know he's fun. At his peak of his powers, he was one of the best offensive centers in the association. But even in 2021 and 2022, backing up Nikola Jokic, he wasn't all that good. 9 points per game, 5.5 rebounds. You want a center that can score a little bit, maybe try to get back that New Orleans Pelicans duo of AD and Cousins, sure. But if you think you're getting Boogie Cousins of the Sacramento Kings days, you are mistaken, my friend. What about another guy that is a little bit long in the tooth and also an international superstar? What about Dwight Howard, a final roster spot for the LA Lakers? Howard was actually an interesting piece during that NBA Finals run for the Lakers. He gave you good bench depth. He gave you a guy that came off the pine that could protect the rim, a little bit of a lob threat as well. And he's been tearing it up in Taiwan. Look, this is what we're talking about. Taiwan players and Puerto Rican players. I mean, he could be useful. If I'm the Lakers, I'm looking for a new direction. I'm not trying to bring in a veteran big man that's best days are behind them. Well, when it comes to these four guys, though, who would you rather see as a Lakers backup big man? Is it Mo Bamba? Is it DeMarcus Cousins? Is it Tristan Thompson? Or is it Dwight Howard? Type B for Bamba, C for Cousins, T for Thompson, or H for Dwight Howard. We got some NBA draft hats available for all the Lakers Report real ones out there. The draft hat for the Lakers was just a great look this year. And you can get yours today by going to chatsports.com/NBA draft hats. That's chatsports.com/NBA draft hats. Pick up the Lakers lid that all the rookies were wearing on draft night. This link's in the comments and description of today's show. This is the guy that I'm going after if I'm the Los Angeles Lakers. Bring me Bol Bol. I'm good on Bamba. He's hurt. Thompson, if he wants to, LeBron wants him, sure, we'll bring him back. Cousins, I'm good on that. We've been there, done that. We're not circling the block for Howard or Cousins at this point. Let's bring Bol Bol to LA, who was just recently waived by the Orlando Magic. He's not the type of player that all the hype precedes him to be, but he's no scrub. He can actually stretch the floor a little bit, and he's going to make some plays and protect the rim and at least give the guy a chance. Maybe playing next to LeBron James, you could bring something out of him, whereas DeMarcus Cousins and Dwight Howard and Tristan Thompson are what they are at this point. This is what the Orlando Sentinel said about Mr. Bol Bol. They said his 1,500 minutes played in a Magic uniform more than tripled his career total minutes that he played in his first 3 years in the league. Bol's season, however, was up and down, though he remained a fan favorite at the Amway Center. At one point, he made 32 consecutive starts, but came off the bench during a stretch of games from mid-January through mid-March. Then, he was out of the rotation completely for 7 games before closing the season back on the court. The Lakers probably need someone more polished than Bol with the Bol than with the final spot at this point, but that's who I would go after. I don't mistake polished for Dwight Howard or DeMarcus Cousins or even Tristan Thompson. Take a flyer on the kid. Bring him in at least for training camp, and let's see if LeBron James and Bol Bol can get a little two-man game going. It would at least be a lot of fun. Do you think they should do it? Should they bring Bol Bol? Should Rob Pelinka sign him? Type S for sign, type P for pass. Let me know what you think, and we appreciate you for tuning in.